I'm double checking the stream to make sure I can stream. So thank you for bearing with me. There we go. Stream. Got some audio. Hallelujah. I tried it a few minutes ago and I had no audio because my laptop that I usually have in here, it's an older laptop, it did an update today with Windows and now it has the blue screen of death and I can't fix it. So now I'm using my normal laptop that I just purchased actually a couple weeks ago because that laptop died. So I'm having a laptop problem this month. So thankfully I have this. We can still paint and I'm super excited you can join me. So I bought these really cute wood shapes from Michael's Arts and Crafts several years ago during their Halloween sale, and I have 6 in here. I think I've got another 6 in my storage room. So I'm cleaning and I thought, you know what? I really need to start moving things and painting. So we're going to paint some wood cat shapes. And I put a post on my social media today asking, what should I do with these? They're so terribly cute. So I think I'm going to, obviously put the base. My sister and some friends told me I should do the balloon smash. So I found my balloons. We're going to try that. So we'll do a couple of them tonight and we'll see how it goes. So let me switch cameras. Hopefully I got it set up. I had to do this quick, so hopefully I got it. So let me do that. And here we go. And there is my wood cat. Let me just double check the switch, make sure we got audio. Yep, got audio. So let me know where you are watching from. Thank you for joining me. This is my spinning box. I've used it, actually I've cleaned it out twice. I haven't cleaned it after the last one and I haven't used it in a while. So this is a cake spinner I got at Michael's, and this is just a regular storage bin right here. And my spinner is pretty well wedged in there now because of all the paint, which is awesome. When I clean it, obviously, this does peel out once I cut it. Peels out pretty easy. But I want this as stable as I can be. This is just a smaller one. I don't have any gigantic spinners, which that's okay. I do small art. And then it just freely spins. So one of the key things to using a spinner, which is very helpful while you're paint pouring, by the way, because you can move the piece as needed without walking around the table. But I learned this the hard way. Let me get my gloves on. You have to get your canvas or piece to stick to here. I did try a spray at one point. It was a rubber spray and it did grip it pretty well. But the best way that I have found to make these pieces actually stick is water. Just water or paint. Just pour some on there. Doesn't have to be a lot. And your piece will stick to the spinner while you are spinning without flying off. And if it does fly off, I'm good. I'm shielded. And before I had this bin, I had the spinner, and then I had some plywood standing up. And that helped, except when you had to move it. And there you go. Look at that. Pretty awesome. So, to start with our kitty cat, I mixed up a ton of paint this afternoon. And I mixed it up in these, I think these are 12-ounce plastic cups. And then this is press and seal. And it makes an awesome lid. So I'll just set that aside. Grab a stir stick. Gonna mix up my white. And my paints that I'm using tonight, I didn't add silicone. I thought if I wanted to add silicone, I'd pour some in a separate little Dixie cup and we'll do that. But in some of these, like this one, the black, purple, and I think red. I can't remember now. I did add an iridescent medium. I've had this hanging around for a little while, and I am almost out. But I put a few healthy servings of iridescent medium into some of these colors, and it gives it a little extra sparkle. I don't know if you can see it. This kind of looks like a pearl white now. But I did mix them pretty thick. I did 1 part of craft paint, Craft Smart craft paint, to 2 parts of Floetrol. I do have a pouring medium recipe that I like to use, but I didn't have time to make it, and Floetrol works just fine. So let's add some paint. I am going to make sure it goes down the sides. The back I'm not too worried about right now, because I think I'm going to see how the backs look after these dry. I may leave the back as wood, or I may paint them, and we can always do that later, no biggie. I'm not gessoing these. These cats, when I got them, they are a softer wood. I mean, I can push on it and I do feel it flexing a little, which that's fine. So they do feel like they are going to absorb some color. So when they're dry, I'll probably see some of that green, which that's okay. I'm good with that. In the link description of this video, I did link to the Michaels site to some other cat options they have. And a couple of those look so fun too. I don't know. Might be doing those as well. You don't have to cover the sides like I'm doing. I just want to make sure that my sides and edges are covered, because once I get a design going and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to stop fidgeting. I'm done. I don't want to have to worry about the edges. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to do the edges, so now I got to fidget some more. So that's one of the, if you are new to paint pouring, that's one of the tips I have. And this step does take a little bit of time, and that's okay. Let's go like this. And that way I can just push it. So I hope you've had a great day. I am in Tucson, Arizona. The weather is just stunning. We mixed the Eclipse. We were not in the totality line, but it did get a little dark here. Some of my friends had glasses that I can borrow, which was so cool. But that was fun this week. And let's see here. Okay, I'm almost done. Just a little bit more. So let me know where you're from, if you saw the eclipse this week, if you were in that line. We, where I work, my husband and I own a granite company. Behind our shop is an Indian tribe, and they do have a community center. So during the eclipse, they were ringing a bell. And I did read that the eclipse is spiritual with some of the Native American tribes, which I thought that was an interesting little tidbit. And I want to learn more about that. Okay, I got these covered. Looks pretty white. Excellent. Gonna grab me a towel real quick. And the first thing, let's just try the balloon smash. It's called balloon smash or balloon kiss, depending on your mood. If you're a little ornery, it's smashing. If you're a little, lighthearted, little better mood, then it's a kiss. So to start, let's try a blue. Pardon my reach. And give this a little mix. I'm going to put a little blue, oops, that's all right. A little blue drop there. Going to do my best not to use too much paint tonight. And you've seen some of my other videos, I do say it a lot, I use too much paint. Because painting is fun. And it's really hard to stop sometimes. But I'm going to do my best. Because I think some of these cats would look good with this white background. Probably should have put the green first on this, but we're going to see what happens. And then, how about a gold? I mixed up a nice gold. It's a metallic gold. It's Craft Smart. I'm reusing my stir sticks. So when you stir these paints, wipe the sticks off. And then they are reusable. You know, don't make more waste than you need. Okay. So let me know in the description box. Pop in, say hi. Let me know if you've done the balloon smash or balloon kiss. Let me know how it went for you. I'm going to do that one. And then I'm just going to put a little dot of white. And see how we do that. Where's my balloon? And, oops, the balloon wants to blow away. I'm going to grab some napkins. I was at the market this weekend, the Made in Tucson market. It happens twice a year. This is the spring version. My sister we had the same booth, so my sister does handmade all-natural soaps, and we had my art there, and that was so much fun. And I sold several of my balloon pieces, and my sister's like, how do you do that? That's so cool. I'm like, you know what? We need to do that. So we're going to dab it right in and bring it up. Oh, see? Should have showed you the balloon. And it makes these pretty cool effects because you are pushing and pulling it back up. I'm going to do it one more time. Push down and then up. Oh, see? And then I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to just take it and give it a whiz. Okay. I have my paints extra thick today, so I'm not very happy with that. So I am going to put a little bit of blue in my cup. I'm going to add a teeny tiny bit of water. And then, whoops, there goes the lid. My cat's probably heard that. Probably going to be coming at the door. And I'm going to mix it up because I want to thin this one out just a little bit. Yeah, much nicer. I'm just going to set that down right there. I'm going to get me a little dab of the green. Now that I got my finger in the green, do some of that. Set this aside. And this. Okay, I'm not going to put white in the middle this time. Wipe my hands off. Get my balloon. And let's try. It's like stamping. Go down and up. And then I'm going to try over here. And over here. Gonna wipe it off. And that looks really cool. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Okay. It's just soft and gentle, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to try it one more time. There we go. And there we go. How cool is that? Okay, let me see. When this dries, because can you see how thick it is? when it dries, it'll definitely look cooler because it's going to spread just a teeny tiny bit. And then what I would like to do is take some gold, because I don't want to overdo it on this. I'm pretty good at overdoing things. Just going to put just on the tips. Whoops! And right there. And I think, where's my blue? Put a little bit of blue right there. And blue, and blue. And then, let's take our balloon again. And dip it. Dip it. Okay, that one I pulled away from it, so I messed that up. And look, when you pull away, you can actually have the effects go a little different. Look at there. And do a little bit over here. Look at that, looks like a continuation. That's very awesome. This is just very soft and subtle. We'll do a little more on the next one. Let me clean this up and I'll show you. And we need to set this one aside. Oh, there goes that lid. And thank you for joining me tonight. It's my art night. We get to play around a little bit, experiment, do some things I haven't done in a while. So I do appreciate you joining me. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. And if you've ever painted on wood shapes before. I'm getting a little more organized because I need somewhere for my kitty cat to rest. Let me grab 2 Dixie cups so I can move it off my spinner and put it in the back over there. Okay, here. This one is so cool because it is just delicate. Look at that kitty cat. A minimalist, pretty kitty cat. And that was a little balloon smashing. And it just definitely have to play with it. This one might be my favorite. And I'm very proud of myself. I used minimal paint. So, let's see. Let's do another one. This time, we're gonna cover with black. And if you're new to paint pouring, let me know. Have you ever done the balloon? The balloon smash? The balloon kiss? Has a few different names depending on your mood, which that's okay, because art is about relaxing, kind of trying to forget about things, get a new perspective. Art's very emotional. In this black, it's funny, I got the white paint on the spinner, so it's going to end up with white paint on there, which is okay. If you don't like that, then before you add another shape, then you need to clean the spinner. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with all the marbly effects. Okay. I like to get the sides done. On that first one, I just did the white one. I did do the sides because when I'm paint pouring, doing a technique, I don't want to have to deal with sides and edges at the end. So I do my best to get them covered. Get them covered first, then you don't have to deal with it. And it does take a minute. These wood shapes I did get at Michael's Arts and Crafts a few years ago during their Halloween sale. In the description of this video, there is a link to other shapes with cats that Michael's offers. And you can also just take a look on Amazon. These are pretty thick. They look like they're about 2 inches thick, which is nice because once I get them sealed and finished, they can just sit on a countertop. I don't necessarily need to add a backing to them. I might paint the backs when I'm done with this. I'm going to see what they look like when they dry. I may leave them with the wood and, you know, just the paint on the back, because that's part of the fun, but we'll see. I have a feeling I'll be painting them, especially if I just set them on a table. Okay, so here is one. It's hard to see, huh? Okay, let's get some color on it. Okay, here's a yellow. It's Craft Smart paint. I mixed my paint with 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol. Whoops. And I added a teeny tiny bit of water as needed. Because some of the colors are thick. And you cannot do the same ratio with all colors. So different brand names will have different thicknesses, and different colors in that brand name have different thicknesses. So a lighter color tends to be thinner. It's all pigment. It's all about pigment. Okay. So hopefully you can see the cat a little better. We're doing cat wood shapes tonight. Thank you for joining me. I am playing around and experimenting with some techniques that I haven't done in a few years. And I forgot to get out my blower, so hang on. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay, I've had laptop problems today. Tried to be as prepared as I can, and then I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. It's the world's smallest leaf blower. I have had this, I'm going to say 3 years, 4 years. Best thing on the planet, and it has lasted and lasted. And I did purchase it on Amazon. They, at the time, is the world's smallest leaf blower. Then it changed names to Tiny Blower. So we are going to, see, just push it. It's awesome. There is no silicone in my paints. I forgot to mention that. I thought if I wanted active, like huge cells, then I'll put some paint in a little Dixie cup and we'll mix it. But I really didn't want any silicone in the paints because for this, for example, see the kitty cat close up. Can you see the cells are starting to form? Air helps make cells. So that's a little tip. If you mix your paints, you shake them up, mix them up real good, you're going to introduce air and you'll get natural cells. So, I'm just going to try a little, see about the tips. Little black cat for the week of the eclipse. Oh, I'm liking that better. Sometimes you just gotta play around with it. You have these ideas, you see these techniques, and then you're like, what am I doing? Look at that. How do you like that kitty cat? I love this kitty cat. And I see on the side here, let me see if I can grab some black with my finger. There's a lot of white showing there. The sides look great. Let me see. Can you see the sides? Well, without me tilting all the paint off. I will definitely show some pictures when they're dry. And I'll let you know if I finish the backs. Which this one I think is almost finished because it's sitting in the paint. So let me put this aside and we will do another one. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Now, I think I would like to do one with a gold background. And with all, oh, look how cool this is looking. We might be able to just dip the cat. You know what? I'm thinking, okay, I know what we're gonna do. Hold on. Gotta get one more paper towel before I get paint on my face. And we're just gonna go ahead and set this one in. Excuse me. It always happens. You get little itches on your nose when your hands are full, or when I have paint on my hands. Okay, I'm gonna have this one be a gold base. And I mixed a lot of paint this afternoon. I'm not gonna use it all, which is fine because I have more projects I'm gonna do. I did one with a spoon, and it was trying to be a flower because I saw this technique. It's a couple videos back, and I was not light enough with my touch, and it's a spoon flower, and I kept making the paint go too far out, and it actually almost looked like an explosion, which is cool. If my hands weren't all painty, I'll show you how that dried. But I would like to try that again, and it's all about practice and using a light touch. So I am excited to try that one. And my garage is where I store a lot of my things I get on sale, excess canvases. I'm getting some black on there, it's all right. But then, you know, you buy it, forget about it, put something in front of it. So I have a lot of interesting shapes that I've purchased over the years that I need to get on with it already. So you will see those videos coming up, and you can probably do a lot of lives with those, so you can just paint with me too. Okay, and if you are new to my channel, my website is paintpouracademy.com, and Wednesday nights about 5:30 Arizona time, so Mountain Time, I do offer 1 hour Zoom painting classes. You bring your supplies and then we paint together. This week's class is being rescheduled because the participants couldn't make it, and that's fine. So that's why I get to paint these tonight. Okay, this is good for now. So what I would like to do, let me check the spinner. Okay, awesome. I am going to put right here black. These paints I'm using are 1 part paint, 2 parts pouring medium. The black, white, and a couple other colors have an iridescent medium that I've added. And the gold metallic, I didn't add anything to it. I just left it as is. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, if you've tried these techniques. We're painting on wood cats. I got them at Michael's. They're about 2 inches thick, and they're cool. So I got that. I'm just experimenting with different techniques and having some fun tonight. So get the balloon and paper towel and smashing it, making different shapes. And this is called balloon smash, balloon kiss, whatever you want to call it. What I like about this gold paint is I missed some of the inside in there, and you can't even tell unless you look super close because it's almost the color of the wood. So I'm just going to wipe this balloon off. And dab that one more time. And this one. This one's really pretty. I really like this one. I said that about the last two also, so these are turning out excellent. Let me move my paints over more. I need to make more room. Get this practice one done. This one, and I will definitely be sharing some photos when they are dry. I might do a little short after this too. So you can see all three together. Okay, look at this one. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. What do you think about this one? I think I love this one. It is so pretty with the gold metallic. And let me get some gold with my fingers. I'm thinking there might be enough paint on here where I can dip the next one. So we will, look at all that. It's on the back. Okay, let me set this one aside without getting it on the other ones. And then, I got the spinner out because I usually use it for the smaller projects. And this way I can go like this, move it, but I haven't needed to with these kitty cats. I'm doing the minimalist look with these cats, which is okay. We're going to do one more, and I'm going to dip it. Clean my hands off real quick. Much paint as possible. And I'm going to take a little bit of the green. I'm just going to drizzle it. And a little bit of the blue. And I'm very proud of myself for saying a little bit. I usually end up with a lot of paint to the point I let the paint dry and use paint skins. Make greeting cards and stuff. Ooh, there's a string in there. And that happens, that's okay. And yellow. I want to just do a little bit of all the colors we use tonight. And I'm just drizzling right on my spinner. Because why not? Okay, I'm going to spin this a little bit. Spinning the spinner. Okay, now let me grab my kitty cat. It is the wood cat, and I got him at Michael's a couple years ago at their Halloween sales. I bought a dozen because I think I got these for like 99 cents each or something. But they're good. Maybe, was that 1.5 inches, 2 inches? I didn't measure it, I'm just eyeballing. But these are so nice. You'll be able to stand them on the on a table when they're done. So I do think I'm going to finish the backs if they need to be. And I might even draw some faces on them too. We'll see. So for this one, instead of just putting it on and adding paint, we're just going to dip. We're going to see what happens. And I have to push hard because it's not, I can see some gaps. But that's okay. Ooh. Look at that. That's where the gap was. Oh, nice. See, I didn't do the sides. And this is why you need to do your sides and edges first, because now, since I love this, I don't want to touch it, and I have my sides to do. Ay, ay, ay. All right. We are going to do the sides. I'm just going to have to start over, because I don't want to end up painting this later, because then I'm going to end up not painting. It's going to sit around for a long time, and I'm going to be like, man, I wish I had painted the sides. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spin it, and we're going to see if we can get some of the edges to look natural. So we're going to do the reverse. So I hope you've had a great day. Thank you so much for joining me with painting tonight. Painting the wood cats. I did the market this weekend with my sister. Had so much fun. It was a lot of work though. It took us about a couple hours to set up because we're trying to decide how to combine my art with her soaps. And she already had a plan for her soaps because she does markets. I only do a few markets. And I do the Made in Tucson market. And it's twice a year. And it's just a lot of work to set up. And if you have questions about markets, let me know. I did make a post on my blog at Paint Pour Academy about markets and some tips that I have. And that might help you if you're interested. Okay, look at there. This is actually a really good idea. I'm glad I'm doing this now. It's looking a little messy around these edges, but you know what? I think that's okay. We can figure that out. We can work with that. Okay. Set my black. Let me see if I can get a spin. Do you see how the paint holds that piece in place? So I can spin it fast or slow. As I said it, there it goes. That's hilarious. Oh, this is cool. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can try it again. And this is why I have the bin, so it catches it. Okay, this is really cool. Oh my goodness. Just don't like those edges so much. So hang on. Oh, hold on. Now I'm thinking. This is what gets me in trouble. My sister, I tell my sister, I've been thinking, and she's like, oh no. Watch out, world. Okay. Do this. I have a little, oh yeah, hold on. We're going to make a terrible mess if I do it that way. Just going to drizzle more color, which is fine. I have a ton of paint. And why not? And a blue. I'm going to put the white on last because I like how ghosty that one corner looks. I'm going to try, see if I can do that again. And drizzle. And some gold, just a little more gold. And then I'm going to drizzle some black. And white. And we're going to see what happens. It's my graffiti cat. Okay, so here we go. I just don't like these black edges right there. So I'm going to try it. Okay, ready? We might be doing this a couple times. Oh, look it. May as well make it all black, right? A murky back. Okay, push down because there's not, this one definitely isn't level. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is so cool. I am so glad I did that. No regrets here. I see some air bubbles. Look at there. Oh my gosh. I'm in love. Perfect. It's a perfect kitty cat. What a collection we're making. Thank you so much for joining me. I enjoy painting with you. And I have no more Dixie cups on hand, so this one's just going to sit here for a moment while I get cleaned up. And then I'll find a resting drying spot. So as soon as they're dry, I'll post pictures on the community tab. And let me switch the camera real quick. And I'll post pictures on the community tab. If you're on Facebook, my page is Fluid Art with Erika. And I do have a private painting group. If you want to join that, just let me know. And my website is paintpouracademy.com, and there is a free download on there. It's color combinations. So if you have a hard time finding what colors am I going to do, I have a free download, and it lists some color combinations that I've used that you may want to try, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for painting with me tonight. I had a blast. I hope you did too. I hope you had fun experimenting with me, because art is just about experimenting and having fun. So have a good rest of the night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.